It's not playing. It's not working, y'all. It's not working. I don't know why. It's not playing. Oh, there it is.
Help me up.
No other hosts like me. I'm checking out your seat.
Help me.
Hey,
God, hello.
we made it.
Sort of off book. Next some.
I'm Ngozi.
I'm Juicy.
Hey, it's two of you. Oh,
Oh my God. Oh, that was so stressful.
I don't know why it was so stressful.
I couldn't get it to play. I was like, where is it? Like, I could not get the
That's why
song
I
to
was
play.
laughing. That's why I was laughing because it's like, welcome to my life.
I was like, I
Welcome
can't
to
get
my
the song to
life.
play. Ezzy's over here literally on my neck. Get off of me.
No.
She said no.
she said no.
I'm like, I'm chill. Everything will work out. Everything is fine.
Oh, you're chill because you're in Mexico. That's why you're chill. Because you're living that life. We're
No,
out here
I
in the
mean,
winter tundra.
I am working remotely
Mhm.
and I am recharging myself in the sun.
Oh,
Mhm.
Ezra,
I'm sort of giving
stop.
myself this week to sort of take a deep breath.
Mhm.
And I've been completing some things, but I've been really like laid back, taking a moment to take in the city as much as I can. But also, I've just been in the house for the past like 2 days, maybe like past a day and a half.
Mm.
Really.
Where are you in Mexico?
This is Puerto Escondido
Okay.
with some friends.
Nice. I will be making my way there in about. I saw that tub pool jacuzzi thing. I will be making my way there. Don't you worry. That spot looks real nice.
It is a nice pool. I'm sitting right in front of it. It won't shut up, so you probably hear that and the birds chirping and all that good shit.
I mean, when does the sun set? Like, like y'all are only like an hour behind.
It was 5 o'clock here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I mean, I guess an hour ago it was daylight here too. Stop it!
And I'm just a hot, so I'm like, I really don't have no care. I'm just hot and sweating.
Getting a little bit darker, just a tad.
Am I?
A little bit, not that much.
Just a little bit. I've only been here for 5 days or so.
Okay.
And I put my sunscreen on. I've had my sunscreen on.
That's beautiful. Look at you. You just lean back. What a life.
I mean, hey,
what a world.
I'm gonna lean into it. That's where I'm at right now.
That's good. There's nothing in America here for you. There's nothing here for you. So don't even worry about it.
I mean,
you stay there as long as you need to.
I will. I definitely will.
There's no reason to lure you back here.
So what's been going on with y'all? I heard y'all had a whole dialogue between at Soundcheck like it was so much going on. So y'all better not say you ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't want to hear it. And Guzzy, you didn't even put your stuff on the hot topics list.
What's my sure. What? Yeah.
Why do you do this every week? Like you have some major accomplishments and then you don't even want to talk about it or like tell the people what's going on. Like
it's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's that the week goes by so quick, like so intensely and so like long that by the time we get to Sunday, I'm like, oh, did that happen this week? That feels like it happened a month ago.
Yeah, so tell the people what happened.
So I got this residency called the Stonehenge Still Stand with New York City residency, where they offer 20 artists 1 year of free rent in a luxury apartment in New York City.
The more luxury.
Yes. So I applied like sometime in October or November. And then I was told I was a finalist a few weeks ago. And then I was told that I got the residency along with 19 other artists, from like filmmakers to sound designers to musicians to other playwrights to performance artists. And they're kind of spreading us all around throughout the city. So there's a building called Stonehenge, and they have like a series of luxury apartments in Long Island City and all throughout the borough of Manhattan. And they're kind of spreading us out 1 or 2 people per building, and it's like a new initiative where they said it's the inaugural one. So hopefully there'll be a chance for other people to get it next year.
Yeah.
But it's a new initiative of where they basically just have artists, and we basically can like hang out. We have an apartment to ourselves, and we just make work. I can move in as soon as March 1st. I'm probably gonna move in mid-March because I need to go back to LA, get rid of some stuff, and then come back.
Oh wow! So like immediately, so like you'll be back in the city, like
I'll be back in the city March.
So you'll be back in the city like immediately.
Yeah.
What?
I'm back in March.
Look at that.
Yeah, so I'm here. So if you need me, if you come get it while it's hot. So, but also wear a mask.
Look at that. But also wear a mask. Yes.
But also wear a mask. But and my apartment is luxury. Like it is luxurious. Like I like the.
You've seen it already?
I got like a virtual tour. So the building, like. And this is like just New York shit, right? So if you're in New York, like a washer dryer in the apartment is like, that's like gold. It has a beautiful giant gym. It has a rooftop pool for whenever COVID, it has terraces and media rooms and lounges. Yeah. So it's a really I've never lived in such a nice place. By myself at least.
Now tell us what borough you in.
I'm going to be in Long Island City.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love Long Island
City. They got a nice little coinage for a luxury building over there. That's nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll of course have you over, and you'll of course get to see the digs. So
you better believe it. What you mean? Yes, you will.
So you'll get to see the exclusives of it
for a night or two.
Yeah.
For a staycation.
And all the buildings have like views. It's really lovely. And it's really a blessing. And it'll be nice to have a change of scenery in a life that feels like literally like Groundhog's Day, where you just kind of get up, do the same thing, get up, go to sleep, do the same thing. Especially here out in like Bucks County, my parents' house. So yeah, it'll be nice to like be associated with other artists. We're also they encourage us to collaborate. So I'm excited to see what maybe we can work with the other artists. So it'll be nice to like get back on my artist shit without worrying about money, for rent. You know what I mean? Which is just really for a whole year, which is really a blessing. So we'll see. We'll see if
amazing.
If I make some shit, because we're still in a little pandemic. I do. I apply for everything. I see it and I go, I apply for it. It was also a week of a lot of rejections, where I was getting a lot of rejections for things that I applied for. So it was nice to get like no, you got this thing. Because I do apply for a lot. As a playwright and as an artist. So yeah, it was nice to be like, you're an artist, come hang out in New York City, city that I love.
Get your numbers up, like in Guzzy. So you can get all of the scholarships, all of the grants, all of the money, all of the coinage. Like, you for real be applying to everything.
I do. I really do. I think it's really the trick. It's like, it's hard because some of these application processes can be really daunting. And I think some of them can be steeped in deep white supremacy, where it's like, how do you even, like, I don't even know how to answer that question. But this was actually a really simple one. It was like, give us some art and give us 2 essays, and so it was really simple. I tend to be really intimidated by grant applications. Because they'll, it can award you all this money, but then it's like, well, how will you spend it? And how will you da-da-da? And I'm like, or why do you want this grant? I'm like, because it's $25,000. That's why I want it. Like, why are you asking dumb questions? Or like, so there's so much accountability that they want for certain awards and things like that. So yeah, it's nice to have gotten that thing that will hold me over, and remind me that I'm an artist and that I'm an artist in New York City. So I'm excited to be back in New York. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my dear. How are you doing, awesome. Kim? How's your week?
We're excited to have you back. I can't wait to see you.
Oh, we're gonna hang out. It'll be great. I'm excited.
I'm good. I'm fine. I've had a week of auditioning and, doing nothing but doing stuff at the same time. Ezzy stuff. I'm beat. As Miss Cece said, I don't know if she means I look beat or like I look beat like tired. I feel like I look beat like tired. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just being a mom. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just like, it's overwhelming sometimes. You just don't feel like you do enough because, like, I don't know, like I don't feel like playing all the time. And you kind of have to like kind of prioritize the fact that like you don't feel like doing stuff, but then at the same time, like you have to do stuff because like, she's a kid, so you have to play with her. You can't just like, leave her to her own devices. But I feel like I kind of did that today in a sense, which makes me feel guilty, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, that's how I am.
That's real. That's so real. I literally was having a thought about kids the other day because my brother has a kid. And I don't know why I went here. No, I do know why I went here because of COVID and depression and thoughts and all this time. And I kept thinking like, my mind went to a place of like, I would like kids because I would like someone to worry about burying me when I die. Like those are the things that I was. I'm like, who's gonna be there for me when I'm like old or when I die? Like if I don't have kids, like what's gonna happen to me? Like, so I was thinking about all those things. So when I see people with kids, I'm always like, oh wow, that's beautiful. But I'm also like, that's stressful. But you'll have someone who will care about you forever. I hope.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's nice to think of kids as adults. Like everyone's like, do you want more kids? And I'm like, in theory, yes, I would love to have a family of adult children that come visit me during the holidays and I can have a big feast catered for them because I'm probably not going to cook it. And you can come to my nice white people house in upstate New York. And, you're like, this is my mom's house. Like, on those white movies where they're like, yeah, come up to my mom's house. And you go up to their mom's house and it's like this house that looks humble, but is not. And it's like in front of a lake or something like.
Yes.
I imagine that, but I don't want the little children. I don't want like 5 little children at the same. I want 5 adult children. So,
do you have any siblings? Are you an only child?
Okay. I'm an only child.
You're an only child. Okay.
So I'm an only child. So I am cool with just having the one. I think that if I were to have more children, it would be a different life. Another life. It would be another life. It would not be this one. My life would just be completely different for me to birth more offspring out of my own vagina and raise them. Because it's hard. It is hard. It is really hard. And it's extra hard during a pandemic. But like, I recommend children because they are a lot of fun. They're great. But
No, I don't want children.
You don't want children?
I do.
You do want children?
I don't want to have my children.
She said, I don't want you to have any more children. I'm not. Don't worry about it, Boo. Don't worry about it.
This is Ezzy's world. Get hit. Oh, there she is. There she goes.
And watching
You want to stay with the children?
watching about 3 years, Kim has a surprise baby.
This was my surprise baby. I'm not having no more surprise babies. It's one. You get one and done.
Yeah, you say that
One
now.
surprise. One
You
surprise.
say
I'm
that
not about
now,
to have
but Eddie's
another
gonna be about
surprise.
5.
Oh man.
A surprise?
How do you know?
Yeah. I don't
I
think
would
women can
think.
have surprise babies. I think we have to.
I mean, you either accidentally get pregnant or you
Yeah.
purposely get pregnant.
yeah.
I accidentally got pregnant and I decided to have a baby. But
Yeah.
like, I think if I were to have another child, it would be planned.
Mhm.
Like I would be like, I want another baby. Let's try for a baby, whoever you are, husband, person.
Mhm.
But
Mommy, my game start over.
but yeah. Anyway, what the hell? What's next? Let's move along.
Well, let's
We're
move
on the
right
hot
along.
topics,
Oh
y'all.
shoot, it's my turn.
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got it, y'all. Trust me. Anyway, like the topics this week are so hot. Trust.
We're so lukewarm, but
So much shit, so now it's time behind topics.
yes, recorded. Drew is like, what have you guys been doing while I've been gone?
I sent it to him. He just didn't listen to it.
I think I did listen to it,
It's not working.
but I thought you would go with like the one that was more sensible, but
No.
you decided.
it keeps turning up.
And I listened. I think I was in an airport or something when I saw. I really didn't get a good chance. Like I said, yes, okay, cool, perfect.
You didn't
But,
say
like,
anything.
What?
You didn't
did,
say
didn't I?
anything at all.
Didn't I thumbs up or love it?
No. You didn't say anything. So I just went with the one that expressed the most creativity.
Play it again, Kim.
Drew said the one that was more sensible.
Okay. Oh wait. It's gotta start. Hold up.
We're working through a lot of stuff.
So much shit, so now it's time behind topics. We love to talk.
That's it.
Drew, why are you laughing?
Sing this song to me.
Look, I gave him a chance to respond and he didn't.
Now he's just laughing. This is what happens.
Look, everyone liked it last week.
When the light skinned nigga is away, the other light skinned nigga will play.
I gave two options. I said
When I
there's
tell you,
two options. There's the simple option, and then there's this option. And he didn't say anything. So I played both options for Jason, and he was like, just play the better option. Play the other option, this option that I just played. And I'm just like, okay. And so I went with it. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
okay, Kim.
Look, it was
Like,
inspired,
while I'm in Mexico,
okay?
it's great. While I'm in Mexico,
No,
I don't
I'm
have any
Mexico. It's
cares.
not trash, Drew. I know it's not trash.
Well, I just haven't really. It's a lot going on.
It is a
There's
lot going on. I made a song.
Okay.
I made a song. But this is
I
the plain
love it.
one.
To talk about so much shit, so now it's time for hot topics.
That's the plain one. See? But I gave two options.
But then you
Anyway.
couldn't meet somewhere in the middle. Like there was a
No,
middle
because
ground
I literally
No,
made
no
it.
one for me.
The little one for you. I couldn't meet somewhere in the middle. I made
No,
two
the
different
big
versions
one.
and gave you the option to choose them. You didn't choose, so I chose for you.
No,
Okay. Well, I love it.
You don't, but it's okay. I could find a middle ground, but I
I
just,
want a big one.
Elsie, you've got to relax.
I want a big one.
We're working through a lot of
I
stuff
want
here
this
today.
one.
Y'all. We're working through a
Jesus.
lot of stuff.
I
Just
want a big one.
Like I have so much happening.
so much happening.
Not much is gonna phase me in these next few weeks.
It's the last week of Black History Month, and today is just, it's all coming to a head. Let us get to some hot topics, shall we?
Gosh.
Okay.
But no, Kim, you did a great job.
I want the big one. Mommy, I really want the big
What are
one.
you talking about?
Mommy,
Amazing. Okay, so Drew, you and I are going to get the hot topics, yeah? Amazing. So,
So what's
one of
the
the first hot topic for the day is Amber Ruffin of her late show is set to write Some Like It Hot.
Come on, let's go. Let's do it.
Yes. So Late Night Favorite and Matthew Lopez, who wrote The Inheritance on Broadway, will collaborate on the book Reimagining Sugar, played by Marilyn Rowe, in the MGM film as a Black woman. Oh, and that's why they have it. There you go. The Broadway aim, Some Like It Hot, is still chugging along during the pandemic, adding another writer to the creative team, Amber Ruffin, because now they've changed the person to a Black woman. Choreographer and director Casey Nicola, and the creative team of songwriting duo Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman, who previously musicalized the creation of the 1959 MGM film Let's Be Bad, from the fictional smash musical Bombshell. But there you go. The musical is now aimed to premiere on Broadway in 2022. Well, there you go. What do we think of that?
Congratulations to Amber Ruffin. I love her.
She's funny as hell.
She's funny, and she's a great person. She's a great person.
Dope.
So congratulations to her. She'll be making her Broadway debut.
Mm-hmm.
I had already, I think we had this.
don't-
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kim. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's like a slight delay. I couldn't tell you were still talking. I had heard from before her announcement, though, that they were trying to make this woman a Black woman. Actually, and in my memory is hazy, so I'm like, I don't know if I heard that like as a like, oh, we're backstage talking, and someone's like, it would be great if this was a Black woman, or if Black women were actually were being seen for this. I feel like that is what I heard, that there were Black women already being seen for Marilyn Monroe prior to her being brought aboard.
Hey, wake up. He's not waking up.
He's not asleep, girl. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I think it's cool. I just don't. I mean, there's other parts of that musical that are interesting, like the fact that there's men in drag. So I don't know how that's going to come across in 2022 or whenever this is coming out.
What's the context?
Men Like It Hot. They're like in hiding. I mean, Some Like It Hot. They're like, they're in hiding, and they dress up as women to like escape the trouble that they are in, if I remember this movie correctly. Yeah. So that's
I have
what
to
it
check out
is.
the movie. I can't remember it at all. Remember
Yeah.
the title.
So it's not like wildly offensive, but I do think that in this day and age, yes, they're escaping from the mafia. So they dress in drag.
Give me that.
Yeah, by disguising themselves as members of an all-female band. Through their escape plot, the two become enamored with the band's singer and ukulele player, Sugar, incidentally, who was played by Marilyn Monroe. There you go.
Interesting.
There you have it.
I wonder who they'll get to be a Black Marilyn Monroe type. That'll be interesting.
Say that again?
I said I wonder who
to
they'll
get a
to
Black
be a
Marilyn Monroe type.
Yeah.
Who they'll get to
Who
be
that
the
will
Black
be.
Marilyn Monroe type. Yeah, that will be a very interesting. I'm super interested in the casting and the project and how they adapt it. So we'll see.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if hopefully they'll get like a brown skin.
Kim, you going in for it?
No. I haven't gotten any calls to be in something like that. But also, I feel like this show is going to be quite dance heavy. So that's not a show for me. Dance heavy for the girls. And if it's Casey, there's going to be tap. So I don't do that. But I do think that a darker skinned girl should be considered for the role. Because I feel like in this instance, if you're going to go for a Black Marilyn, then you may as well just like, I feel like it can be a cheat when you do a yellow ass girl. Someone said Christiani would eat as Marilyn. I think that she would too, but she already played a Marilyn-like role in King Kong, and I think that we could give somebody else a chance.
There you go. Well, there you go.
My shit is lagging, y'all. So just go on with that. one.
Okay.
Cool. He's
Okay.
chilling. He's chilling, living his best life. Moving right along. They're a collective formed by Black women playwright, directors, and actresses. Liliana Belenia Cruz, Issa Davis, Jackal Sybil's Drury, and more form a theater collective. I'm going to figure out how to say this. Afrofeminomi. That might be as close as
Afrofeminominy. Let me look
Hey,
at
there, that sounds cute. We'll explore Black women, art, health, and balance. A group of Black femme theater makers have banded together to form a new collective called, give it to me again, Kim.
Afrofeminominy or
Hey,
Afrofemininity.
no, it's either you were right the first time. We'll present a series of digital and in-person events exploring Black women, art, health, and balance. The founders include Liliana Belena Cruz, Issa Davis, Charlotte Burwaith, Jackie Sibbles Drury, Aisha Jordan, Joey Lee, I hope I'm saying that right, April Mathis, Jennifer Harrison Newman, Okwi, Stacey Karen Robinson, and Kaniza Shaw. The group's first residency, titled Work of the Roots, begins March 1st at Performance Space New York to illuminate text by Kathleen Collins and Adrian Kennedy. Throughout Afrofeminominy, plans to broadcast their investigations via a dedicated web-based radio station. All right, so
that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I'm here for that. And all those names are really cool. Let me look more. I really need to get this word because I wasn't reading it. I was just like basing it. Afrofeminom. What the Afrofeminominy?
Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of that title, but you know,
me too. But
the art sounds like it might be dope. So
yes, yeah, we've got like a nice little group of people here. It's pretty dope. I'm here for it.
Playwrights, actors, performance artists. So check them out. They're going to be making some more.
Afrofeminominy.
Okay, thank you.
Afrofeminominy. Yeah. You got to throw it out. Afrofeminominy. Okay. Awesome sauces. What do we have next?
Next we have Kyle Taylor of Kinky Boots has a new album.
I don't even know who he is.
Look, he was in Kinky Boots. He's a new album.
Let me look at him. Oh, it features guest vocals from Shoshana Bean. Okay, sir. Okay. I mean, I do know that it's going to probably be a good vocal happening. If you're in Kinky Boots, Kinky Boots alum give good vocal.
So it says Kyle Taylor Parker, who has starred on Broadway in Kinky Boots and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, is set to release his sophomore album, Broadway Soul. Oh, so this is the second album, Volume 2, featuring songs from the musicals Hedwig and the Angry Inch, South Pacific, A Chorus Line, The Wiz, Follies, The Music Man, and more via Broadway Records later this month. There you go.
I like that. I think like right now we're getting a lot of Broadway artists that are like, I'm gonna release an R&B album, a rock album, and I think that that's dope too. But I also think that it's cool to like stay true to your roots. I know that Billy Porter also, this is years ago, he released a Broadway album that was just like remixed type things, and I remember I saw him perform one. It's actually funny because it was before Pose, so it's like, of course, we all know who Billy Porter is. He goes and he sings like Edelweiss from like The Sound of Music, but it's like remix. But that song is also like, I love that song in its pure form. And I was like, I just really want you to sing it straight up, like just give it to me. But it was nice. But as he was leaving, because it was like this whole a bunch of Broadway stars there doing their thing, but he's like leaving the venue with his box of Billy, like just walking down the street. Like it was just so casual and so like, I love when stars like just, I don't know. You know what I mean?
What do you mean his box of Billy?
He had like his box of shit with him, like his stuff that he brought or his cape, his bag, he just was like, there was no car waiting. He just, who knows? He might've caught the train that night. I don't know, but he just, it was like he came to do the gig and he left. That's literally what it felt like. But I like little albums like that where people just stick true to the B-way and what they know.
I've been snacking on Leslie's album because my sister loves him with like a heart, like with like a deep love. So she's like, are you listening to his album? I'm like, I guess I will be doing that this week because that's what you want to talk about. Okay. And it was, oh my goodness. I was like, okay, I can see why you're obsessed. I was like, this one song, Heaven and Earth. I am just like, it is just on repeat. It is just on repeat. Is it a Christmas album? Is it just a soul album?
There's a Christmas album and there's also that album with him in the red and the white.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my God. I feel like his album was actually I really like Leslie Odom Jr. too. I feel like he can sing the panties off of anyone. Like when I saw him in the Hamiltons, I was like what this gift, like you don't have to do much. But that album, I feel like it just sometimes like he should be releasing an album. There are Broadway artists who like, you should be releasing an album, sir. You know, you should be Jamie Foxx in it. Like how he just was doing everything. Like Leslie Odom Jr. to me is one of those people who could do everything. Yeah. I just think that sometimes, like when it comes to mainstream audiences, they just sometimes they're hesitant hesitant to accept this. You know what I'm saying? Like if he would have just came out of nowhere, like I'm a singer. I feel like
he tried that, and the music didn't really pop like that. Like people weren't gravitating towards his style of music. He's more of a jazz crooner. He's a Sammy Davis Jr., a Sam Cooke, which is what he's getting this acclaim for now, which works for him very much so because that's his lane. But when is the last time you've seen a singer be able to ride the lane of crooner since the 90s? You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't happen anymore. We don't have a Carl Thomas. We don't have a
Raphael Sadiq. Like,
yeah.
Raphael
Sadiq. I would come to break from that. But but I mean, just like somebody that really croons, that sings to hit mainstream success, and he's done some really great material with his albums, but it hasn't hit like that. And so it's great to see him finally be able to come into his lane. And I think this lane of music mashed with movie works well for him.
That's true. I mean, it's also like, I do think he's been really consistent, though. I think it's mostly just like now people, I mean, I think we've, as theater people, always been listening to him. But I hear what you're saying. Because it's like, people are now listening to him because of Hamilton hitting Disney Plus, right? And because of like One Night in Miami, now people are kind of like responding to sort of like this sort of adult, sound, that I think that I agree. Like we kind of like we dismissed like 10 or 15 years ago, essentially. From men,
but he
especially.
He needs like a main biopic that will really get him to another place, like will catapult him to another place musically. Like right now he's getting the acting acclaim, and yes, they're appreciating his voice, but it's also because it's matched with the acting. But he just needs just one good biopic of like an artist that everybody loves. I don't know who that would be right now, but once he gets that, he's catapulted in. Like he's already there, but like people to really appreciate his music and his singing. Like people didn't really, I mean, they did appreciate Jamie Foxx, but it wasn't until he did Ray.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all his music, all the things that he's done, all the things that he's capable of. And so I feel like if Leslie gets one good biopic, then it's a wrap.
Man, that's so true. That Jamie Foxx thing, it was so smart because they did like Ray, and then he had that feature with Kanye being Ray Charles, and then also that was after he was on a Kanye album prior to that. He was on
right? That Marvin Gaye. Yeah, that one.
He was on that, but his star turn was really cool in that way, how it was like marketed and how it it was just really brilliant how all those things kind of came on the table. Like how Kanye's like, oh, I want to sample a Ray Charles song, can you just do it? I thought that was, but
I mean, I still don't know any Jamie Foxx albums.
You don't?
Not albums, no.
Comfortable. It's that song. The album is green.
I know like 2 songs. Oh
my God.
I know Blame It on the Alcohol.
I had one too many drinks and ended up at the embassy. Yo, Jamie Foxx album was rocking. He had some hit. He was like in the club, like.
I know like 2 songs. I'm like, I don't.
It's called like, what is it called? It's called Jamie Foxx album. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna look it up real quick because the album is good. It's like unpredictable. That's what this album is called.
I remember the song. Yeah, I remember that song, but I don't remember the album.
Yeah, it was a good album. He had like a good amount of hits from there, and like he had some really nice videos that he shot for it. It was not, but I think that's also a moment. Like Jamie Foxx is one of those people who is like, he's so talented. He's so talented. He can literally do anything. I don't think that he's one of those people who's like, I must make it as a singer. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think he
Well,
wanted
speaking of
to.
people that have songs coming out, didn't Nick Rashad Burroughs just release a song called Tonight? I think he has a video coming out too this week.
Sorry, who?
Nick Rashad Burroughs.
Nick Rashad Burroughs.
I do not know who
He
that
just
is.
released a song. Like people.
He's a Broadway person.
Well, Nick Rashad Burroughs was in Tina the musical. He's understudy for Ike.
Mhm.
He was also the first Black Shakespeare in
Something Rotten.
what is the musical? Yeah, Something Rotten.
Mhm.
He's still pretty indie. Like I'm not surprised if you don't know who he is.
I think a lot of people like, right, we were talking about like a lot of people are taking
But I
this
mean,
time to like make
that's
music
like-
and release music.
But hold on, I think that's the same as saying like a lot of people don't know who Kyle Taylor Parker is. Like that's the same.
Yeah.
you know,
Right,
the
right.
same thing. Oh, okay. It sounded shady.
No, I'm saying he's pretty indie. I don't know who Carl Taylor Parker. I didn't know who he was. I said that though.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I
okay.
know who he is, but he's from Kinky Boots, and I know they can sing, so I'm sure that his album is going to be dope. But I know who Nick Rashad Burroughs is. But I'm saying like, I also know who he is from a person from Tina posting videos of him backstage goofing off. That's how I know
Right.
Nick Rashad Burroughs. But he's
Oh, okay.
also extremely talented. But I'm saying
Yeah,
in
he's
Guzzy,
definitely talented.
it makes sense that you wouldn't, you know, he's not like, oh, Billy Porter, you know.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify. It just sounded like, wait, hold on. Like he's releasing a song too.
Yeah, he's really good and he's hilarious.
He's hilarious. He's very
Yes, I
funny.
do.
So check out his
Dope.
song Tonight. And well, that's the name of it. It's called Tonight.
Dope. Well, like shout out to the people who are like making music and making art in time of pandemic and dropping these albums and
What is
giving us
this?
things to listen to. I love it.
We can't be on Broadway Black
Yeah.
and not know all the Broadway Black artists of all levels. I mean, sir, do you have a list of every single person who's on Broadway who's Black and who's an actor who's Black? If
Well,
you do have the list, please forward it to us.
Before you go, Kim, I think that
We don't know everybody.
But between the three of us, we do know pretty much everybody.
Yes.
That's true between the three of us. That's fair.
Yeah.
between the three of us, we pretty much do know everybody.
I'm like,
I
I'm
mean,
not trying to throw shade, but there are people who don't know who I
know
am.
everybody, but I will just give you all the benefit of the doubt.
I know some
I know
people.
everybody.
I know some people.
I know some people.
I know
some
who I
people.
need to know, and I'll know some more when they make themselves visible.
You right. I am trying it. I'm over here dealing with this baby and this
Miss
crying.
Kim.
I don't know who everybody is.
Miss Kim.
Hello, nice to meet y'all.
Your
Like,
son got me so chill right now. Like nothing matters. Like this son got me so
Drew
chill.
is our chill co-host. We all need to take
Oh my
advantage of
God.
that. We
We
need to take
do.
advantage of this until he comes back, and then
ooh,
it's like, why
somebody's
does it sound right?
angry.
Why
Ooh,
does this
Anthony
sound
Michael Stokes. You can have reactions. He got angry. Don't get angry.
He didn't get angry. He didn't get angry.
He pressed angry on the thing. He says
did he?
Facebook angry. He said, got you, appreciate you all, and you do. Do you,
We appreciate
Anthony?
you all. We appreciate you too, Anthony.
I appreciate you too, Anthony. But on some real, I know a lot of people, and
Take
I
the
also
angry off
don't.
our thing now.
I can't take the angry off.
Well, Anthony,
Oh,
take
he
it
said.
off.
Oh, he said it was by accident. Okay,
Well, unaccidented.
can you unangry?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I'll do better. I be knowing some of the people. Some of the people I don't know.
I don't know a lot of you people. I'm just gonna admit I'm a theater nerdy artist, and sometimes I know him because we came up together in New York. But sometimes I don't. I know Kyle now because he was on Playbill.
And Guzzy don't know none of the musical theater kids.
Yeah, which makes
at
sense
all.
because she do plays.
I
and
do
TV
play.
and writing.
So right, and so if I didn't see him on stage, I don't know.
yeah.
And the fact that y'all
But
can
I'll
be so
find 'em.
cool with that, like the fact that y'all can be like, so like, oh yeah, I don't know everybody. But like
Well,
I sort of have to
sometimes-
know everybody. Like
I mean,
I mean,
people
this
get
is
very
true.
offended when you don't know who they are.
Well,
I mean, I'm
and that
sure
I
they
understand.
do.
Sorry, go ahead. But and that I understand. But at the same time, it's like there are a lot of us. That is just like in a beautiful
There's so
way.
many.
There are actually so many of us doing their thing, working. Some of us are on Broadway. They don't know me. They don't know who the fuck I am. They might know now. Do you know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
I would
But
not
like
know Guzzy unless we didn't. I mean, we worked together outside
at
of this
Harlem Tavern.
industry.
Do you know
That's
what
the
I'm
only
saying?
reason why we know each other.
So that's the other part where it's like, we don't know all the artists. Like half these Broadway people who are doing all these Broadway advocacy, whatever things, they don't know half the off-Broadway people. They don't know the playwrights. They don't know any of us. So there's and some of that's good, some of that's bad, but it's like there's a lot of us just like doing our thing and hustling and what have you. So I think when people take offense, you don't know who I am. I'm like, no, I don't. You can introduce me. Like, no, I'm sorry. You're not Audra McDonald. I don't know who you are.
I was literally about to say that. Unless you're Audra McDonald.
And I don't even know who she is. She don't know me. I don't know what makes her tick. I just know that she has 6 Tonys. I don't know what she does at night. You know, and so at the same time, like, I don't know that chick. She don't know me. Like, you know what I mean? So even these people that we think we know, we have no idea who they are.
And a lot of the musical theater actors don't know the play actors. Like there is this nice little group of actresses, a lot of women, Black women, who are heavy in the play circuit right now. And a lot of these musical theater girls and guys have no idea who they are. They don't even go see the plays. They're only interested in the musicals or on Broadway. So like I do know people that are like all, kind of all over the place because I don't really I don't do the Broadway crowd thing. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're on Broadway, I need to know you. Just like you don't need to know me. It's just like, I don't know. I know who I know. But I like to meet people though. And if you don't know who I am, it don't matter to me. Nice to meet you. I'm Kim, Anyway.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to move on. Speaking of plays and theater people, King Company will be presenting a world premiere of a new audio play by Pearl Cleage. Let me see what this is saying, what this is giving us. King Company will present world premiere of new audio play, has announced its next title, Here Now Audio Theater. So a lot of these theaters, if you don't know, because of the pandemic, have been doing sort of audio plays and or sort of internet plays, or they've been filming on stage and then like releasing it to the public. So Pearl Cleage's Digging in the Dark will be available for free on all podcasts apps beginning February 26th, 7 p.m. The newly commissioned radio play is directed by Taylor Reynolds, another Black woman. We love to see it. And it stars Rachel Christopher, Russell G. Jones, Janelle McDermott.
That's my girl.
Yep. She was in Young Jean Lean's We're All Gonna Die. Yeah. In The Tale of Siblings, Heirlooms, and Old Scores to be Settled. King Company premiered Cleage's Blues for an Alabama Sky last season. The playwright is a novelist, and her debut novel, What Looks Like Crazy on an Ordinary Day, having appeared on Oprah's book club section. So, more Black female playwrights getting their stuff out there in world premiere status, and more Black people doing that. So if you want to check out some audio plays, check out King Company's new version of Pearl Cleage, which is pretty great.
This is actually a cool thing. I haven't really heard much of. I think it's really smart that they did audio theater. I'm actually quite interested in that because I don't like having to sit down and watch Zoom. Like, it's just not going to keep my attention. I'm going to end up kind of clocking out. But if it's something like an audio play, like an audio book type deal, like where I could listen on the go wherever I am, like I think that's super smart. Of them to do that and to still be able to like, I mean, I'm assuming that this is reasonably priced and all that jazz, but they have a teaser on here. Do you guys want to, should we play the teaser? There's a teaser.
I'll take a teaser. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play the teaser. Let me mute you.
Okay.
Is it going to work? Is it going to work?
What teaser you should play? Oh.
The smell of something dead blew in the wind this morning. I thought at first it might be him, but no such luck. They been digging out there for hours. No telling what they might find. There's a lot of stuff buried in these woods. How come she dug so many holes in the first place?
Maybe what we're looking for is not the only thing she intended to bury.
These are not really woods. If you walk less than 5 miles in any direction, you'll hit asphalt. But city people aren't used to the quiet. That's one of the reasons I live out here.
We're just here.
For the quiet. You hear that?
Just point the light where I'm walking before I fall in one of these damn holes, and then what you gonna do?
Get whoever's following us to give me a ride home.
Very fun.
Okay, so the teaser is on the Keen Company website. I think that gives us a good idea of like what to expect. It sounds really cool. It sounds like a complete experience. I think it's a dope idea.
Yeah,
There should be more of that.
Yeah, a lot of these things have moved themselves into your. Are you muted, Drew?
Oh, he muted himself.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that next time I'll show you how to play it so that we can all like really hear the audio like I did with the Angela Bassett.
Oh, how do you do that? Oh, you said next time you'll show me. Okay.
You want to put it in yeah, I'll show you. But you
Okay.
want to put it in like a tab, so you open it up and then share screen via tab. But like, I'll show you.
Oh, okay.
Have something to drink.
Yeah, girl, you can.
Well, it's great because it's true. A lot of these theaters are doing audio plays. A lot of these theaters are doing like Signature is doing. They're actually like filming productions of stage.
Yeah.
Until we can actually
I heard
all.
about the last 5 years too. Jason
What's the
Michael
last 5
Webb directing
years?
The last 5 years. Nasia Thomas and don't give me the line on the other young man. It's Nasia Thomas and another young man, but Jason Michael Webb is directing it.
Yes, I did see that actually.
And they have like a whole film. Nicholas Edwards and Nasia Thomas. But they have like a whole team, like production team for the stage and for film crew to film this production. Like they're going in, and so I'm excited to see it.
Do you know where they're filming it?
I guess at the theater. Don't give me the line now.
Okay, we'll find it. We'll find it.
But,
we'll find them given our hot topics.
I mean, it's on BroadwayBlack.com.
Okay.
If you would have went there, you would have saw it. But you don't visit BroadwayBlack.com.
I did not. I saw that particular thing, but I just didn't get all the information. I don't, because we do the stuff. Well, there you go. I've been schooled today. I will do that in the after party, in the after show.
Yeah. Visit BroadwayBlack.com, y'all.
Speaking of jobs to do, audience, remember listener letters? Remember that we want to be able to have those. So please send your listener letters, do your job. I don't think we have anyone for I Said What I Said today, but this is just a reminder to do your job. If you want to be a star and do your monologue, remember, we're always ready for you. If you want to send your listener letters, please send your listener letters to what, Drew? Kim, where do they send their listener letters?
Off book
at BroadwayBlack.com.
There you go. This is the chillest Broadway Black episode we have had as of yet. We're going to move on to events. I believe they've added more people onto the Upon the Shoulders. Is that what it is? They've added some more fancy blacks.
Oh, have they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've added Andre DeShields. They've added Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
Shoulders. So we got more. Is that a singing event? I'm like, let me look it up again. Whoopi Goldberg, Andre DeShields, and more join. The lineup also includes Lily Cooper, Tyus Burgess, and Michael R. Jackson. Oh, I don't know why that's doing that. Okay. The full cast lineup of Upon the Shoulders has been announced, with Tony winners Whoopi Goldberg, Andre DeShields, and George Faison join the streaming concert as previously announced. Upon These Shoulders begins streaming February 27th at 8 p.m. You can see it via On Stage. They've got a full lineup of people like the likes of Aisha Jackson, Amber Iman, Brandon Victor Dixon, Andre DeShields, Ari Groover, Carly Hughes, Lily Cooper. The list goes on. There's a lot of people, a lot of Black
This
people. that
gonna
are
be cute.
Yeah. So you guys got to check
Love
that out.
to
That's
see
February
it.
27th. February
The
27th.
mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot,
Look.
and the mayor
Okay.
of DC.
Look. It's a whole thing. February
This is a-
27th.
This is an event.
Yes, the day before the last day of Black History Month, they brought out all the Blacks. Speaking of the Blacks, just reminding you guys, I think that's happening in 4 minutes. I don't like competition, but For the Girls event is happening, and it's going down tonight at 7 p.m. hosted by our very own fan heckler, Cece.
CC.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
CC.
exactly.
Miss CC.
Yeah, so this is a space for Black and yes, Ezzy, tell us what it is. This is a space for Black and brown trans women. Allies are welcome. This is a sacred space. Rattlestick Theater will be hosting the event, so you can go ahead and check out on their events page all the information. But Miss Cece is one of the hosts for this event tonight, and it's happening in just a few minutes. Yeah, so if you can check that out, please check that out. What else do we have going on here? Is that all of our things? Oh, we have one more thing. Speaking of digital theater and audio theater, Erica Dickerson Dispenza, as directed by Candace C. Jones, is being added to the Public Theater's event. So you can also check that out on the Public Theater. Erica Dickerson Dispenza, her play Shadowlands is being directed by Candace C. Jones at the Public Theater and being added to their digital season. Boom.
Okay. We
Love to
got
see
through
it.
the whole damn show. We got through the whole.
Did I
show.
miss anything?
No,
I missed things. No, that's it.
I don't think so. No. Drew's
Drew-
talking. I don't know what he's saying.
Are you talking to us, Drew, or are you not talking to us because we can't hear you?
Oh, my bad. I was talking to you, but I just said, you probably did miss some things because you didn't go to BroadwayBlack.com, but give that homework to the people.
You know what? I did write it in the chat, but I'm gonna go to Broadway Black right now, and I'm gonna see what we missed. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to
Okay.
Broadway Black right now.
You
Thoughts? Okay, Broadway Bound, Thoughts of a Colored Man attracts audiences with Black Inspiration Dialogue series. Ahead of its Broadway
Yeah.
debut, Thoughts of a Colored Man, written by Keenan Scott II, will engage audiences with a new initiative sponsored by the Black Public Relations Society. Blah, 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 blah. It is meant to foster a community of collaboration and communication
Blah,
between
blah,
the production and potential audiences. Okay, so this is news about Thoughts of a Colored Man, and they've got a nice little social media presence with some bold yellow and black and white and gray happening. The play, which fuses the artistic mediums of spoken word, slam poetry, and rhythm, like a choreo poem, I guess, intertwined to present a new voice in the American theater. The thoughts of a colored man are told over the course of a single day. Anyway, yeah, okay. The program will take place Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is a free event. You can RSVP on the Broadway Black website. If you click on this article and scroll to the bottom, you'll be able to click the link and RSVP there. What else? Okay, way down in Mount Olympus, Amber Gray, Andre DeShields, and more star in a new podcast. So the stars of Hadestown are working with their former director, Rachel Chavkin, on a new Greek mythology podcast titled Live from Mount Olympus. This actually sounds quite interesting. Oh, resident director of Tina, Zaylen Livingston. Why am I always butchering his name?
Jalen.
like you don't know who he is.
Jalen.
Like I don't know him.
Jalen. Yeah.
It's just
Jalen
reading it like
Livingston.
femininity. Like it's reading it. He will co-direct with Chavkin, blah, blah, blah. And the episodes are written by Alexi Basil and Nathan Youngerberg. Blah, blah, blah. They're talking about Hadestown. Anyway, all the new episodes will stream for free every Tuesday through March 9th. So Live from Mount Olympus is available anywhere podcasts can be accessed. So Spotify, Apple, you name it. And what else do we have here? Oh, there's a marriage announcement. Newlyweds Bradley Gibson and Adam Hindman. Congratulations, they have been married. Marriage is amazing. We love to support marriage here at Off Book, even though none of us are married. But congratulations to you two. Congrats. And
Yes.
Jason Michael Webb is set to direct The Last 5 Years. I don't know why people keep doing this piece. Like, there are no other
You don't like
pieces
it?
available. I think it's a lovely piece with lovely music, but how many times do we need to hear it and do it? But it does star Nasia, who is wonderful, and Nicholas Edwards. It will begin streaming in March, and the ticket prices are from $23 to $49. The top tier ticket includes an on-demand ticket, a behind-the-scenes featurette, and a 48-hour access with unlimited views, because you must ingest The Last 5 Years as much as humanly possible. But no shade, y'all. People just do it a lot. I was actually supposed to do a Last 5 Years before the pandemic hit. So that's how you know. If it's trickled down to me, you know it's being done a lot.
Yeah, there's so much. There's so much.
It's a lot. But people love that music, and I think with Black people, it's like it's so white specific. This music,
Yeah, yeah.
So you just like, oh my god, I really want to hear,
Mommy,
you know.
Mommy.
But yeah, I think that's our little
Mommy, you wanna
Broadway
play with
Black
me?
update. Do I want to play with you? What?
You wanna play with me?
No. It's like, no, let me stop. Oh, okay. So are we, and y'all want to say anything else about these hot topics? Y'all got anything you want to get off your chest? Anything that's been bothering you lately? Anything that you want to
but I
celebrate?
don't like the way this. I don't like the way this connection is, so I'm probably gonna have a guest host for the next couple of weeks because I'm not feeling this.
Okay.
All right.
I can't
All
really
right.
talk like I want to talk, and it's not doing what it needs to do. So
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I set y'all up for success and make sure we have all the top news on the docket and get a guest co-host in here so we can actually have real dialogue and conversation. Because I feel like I'm not able to participate in the way that I want to.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I will say about that. Great job, ladies.
Well, we have a listener letter.
We do.
We do. We have a listener letter that was just sent to me from an anonymous patron of the arts.
Yeah.
So it's time for
Listener letter.
Hey, vet support.
Yes. Come on now. Okay. So this is the listener letter. College auditions with these predominantly white programs is a little tough, knowing where I'm going to feel like I can grow as my own artist and not feel their Black girl track and not be tokenized. That's okay. There's no periods. Okay. And not be tokenized. There's a school I will not name that dropped their current new class banner, and not one POC and a conversation with the faculty member had me concerned. They said to a family member, not to me, that I was a really great performer and should try out, especially because they need or want more diversity. But it doesn't seem like it was a priority for them before. It's a good program. I just don't think it's where I need to be. Is there a way to tactfully ask other schools to make sure this doesn't happen in these predominantly white programs? I keep seeing this in waiting rooms of huge amounts of people and 4 to 5 POC. Like, is this what it's going to be? This is such a problem. A lot of my peers and I have noticed. You can knock on our door.
Yeah.
Okay. Tokenized. Okay. I mean, I feel okay, Gen Z. I feel a lot of programs are doing this. They've always been doing this.
Yeah.
Not always, but in recent time, like they've been tokenizing Black people, or they want a specific Black performer to be in their program, or they want one, to kind of be the face, like, oh, look. But I do think that it's kind of a catch-22 here.
Mm-hmm.
if the school is not looking for diverse people, then it's a problem. And if they are looking, then you feel like you're tokenized or you're being used.
Mhm.
So I think you just have to use some discernment with whatever program you are interested in. If you feel like you're going to be tokenized, then I would suggest that you not go there. But I think we need to keep in mind that school, much like everything else, is a transaction. And someone is getting something on both ends. At least that's how it should be. So if you want to go to a really large school that has a mainstream musical theater program that has tracks into large agencies or casting opportunities, then you kind of have to pick what you're getting out of it. If you're going to sit up here at Carnegie Mellon and accuse them of using you for diversity, then you also have to ask yourself why you went to Carnegie Mellon fully knowing that they were going to use you for that diversity. You know, it's a business and it's a transaction, and college is one of the first professional transactions that you make. So
there's also HBCUs that are an option. You have to also really think about what it is that you want, what it is that who I was talking about this to other students, who it is that you are as a Black person or as a person of color. If you can get yourself into a Howard University or these, Howard University is a really great undergrad program for theater. They have a lot of also great connections, what have you. So again, like Kim is saying, like it's a twofold system. Yes, even if you get into a program that might have a couple more people of color, what have you, look at their faculty. A lot of these programs don't even have Black faculty. So yeah, you can have a program where there's a couple of Black people, what have you, but then you're all unhappy because all your teachers are fucking white, right? And all your teachers don't know how to fucking teach you. Excuse my French. And so we really have to really be aware of all the things that this place can give you. But that is a very great example, right? There are lots of students who are like, I'm at this institution, I'm at Juilliard, all these people are white, all these people are racist. They have been racist. They will be racist.
They will continue to be racist.
They will continue to be racist. So what can you do to fortify yourself if you actually get yourself into these institutions? Because you also know why you're applying to Juilliard.
Exactly. Like you're not just, oh my God, Juilliard, I just so happened to get in. Whatever is my life going to become? Like, you know exactly what you're doing when you go to all of these schools that y'all know about. There are handfuls of students. I was one of those students. I was very ignorant to this entire system and how it worked. I did not know about a lot of these schools. I just knew about NYU and Juilliard. I didn't think I was good enough to get into Juilliard, so I tried my hand at NYU and I did not get in. But there are these smaller programs. There are smaller, diverse programs, and you're going to run into a lot of the same problems because higher education in itself is just racist. It's not just theater. I think we kind of need to get our heads out of the clouds. It's not just us. It exists in academia in mass, at large. You know, don't just look at the program. If you are worried about diversity, if you want to be around a diverse array of people, look at the demographics of your school. It is listed. It gives you percentages of how many people are white, how many people are Black. It's always been listed. That's not new. So that information is available to you. So to me, sometimes when you go into a theater program and you cry racist, I think that it's a worthy cry, sure. But also, like, you took part in this, you took part in this. I think a great example of students kind of uprising his pace is the See Our Somethings. I can't remember. But they have an Instagram account. And it's called See Our Truths. I think I've talked about it before. And they're a student-led movement. And they pretty much, it's awesome because they marketed their program as being diverse to attract Black students and POC students. They marketed as that. And when the students got there, that's not what it was. I think that's a different fucking story. That's very much like, oh, we're so diverse. Look at our people. There's like, we have 50% of our class is Black and POCs, but like Ngozi said, like the faculty was white. You know what I mean? And those students have they've made a lot of change by naming the names of the people in the faculty that were perpetuating the racist policies and racist practices. But yeah, like, I would probably stay away from Pace's program if I were you now, because it's been exposed. But like, I don't know. I just feel like school, you have a lot of control when it comes to school.
You also can reach out to students, right? Now there's so much more access to
Yes.
people, right? So if you can find out the students who are currently at those programs, I've had multiple people reach out to me who I do not know because we're alumni of the same school on Instagram, right? So you can reach out to students, reach out to faculty of those programs that you're looking at, say, hey, can I get some students? Can I get some students? You know what I mean? And so, I would say no matter what school you end up at, and if you find yourself in that situation, like see if there are other students that you can band together, see if those schools have BSUs, right? See if those schools have like different kinds of systems in place.
Divine Nine.
Right, that you have some sort of refuge, right? So see if there are schools with some sort of refuge that you have so that you can fortify yourself in what is a PWI, right? Because if you are going to a predominantly white institution, you are going to buck up against this. There's just there's like no way it's going to be like Skittles and roses, right? So it's like, what can you do to protect yourself to go ahead and learn so that you can go ahead and get the education that you need to get, right? Because I think there's nothing worse than feeling like you're the only one and feeling like you are out here like by yourself and that you have to do this, but you don't have to do anything. That's the other part. You don't have to go to these places. You have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is for you. I've never been to graduate school. What about grad school? I heard it's worse.
I mean, I went to grad school and, it's not as great. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like any sort of conservatory program, right? That is essentially a PWI. You're going to be met with some like dumb racist shit. I was lucky that I had one other classmate who was very Black and very much my friend. So we very much like banded together and we got through whatever sort of like microaggression or problem, what have you. But then the class behind me was like almost all Black. You know what I mean? And the class behind that one was almost all color, but our teachers were almost all white. We end up having the guy who's the head of our program when I left was a Black man, but Yale stole him and took him, and then it went back to being all white, right? So grad school can be worse because it's more intense and it's less people, right? And they're teaching you their way. Right. That's the whole thing. Right. Everyone is teaching you their way. So you're there being like learning the likes of Chekhov and blah, 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 and what have you. And you're like, what does this have to do with me? But you can get that curriculum before you get there. Right. So you don't have to be like, oh, my God, I'm showing up. I remember my audition for NYU grad and I did mostly new work and what have you. And I remember my sit down audition. Mark Wing Davey is sitting there being like, we do the classics. Right. Like he's literally sitting me down being like,
this is what we do here.
This is what we do. Right. So you have, and it can be really like, but it's NYU and they get such great access and what have you. But, there's a lot of trauma from those students who went to NYU grad and they're all doing very well. They have the access, but there's a thing that you do when you trade in the access.
Yeah.
Right. There's a thing that you're doing, right? When you're deciding to go to these programs and you trade in the access that they have and you go ahead and you put yourself through this drama because you think it's not going to be that bad. But in fact, it might be worse. Right. Because then you feel like I can't speak up because I already, signed the contract. And the thing about consent is that consent is ongoing. You can always say no. You can always walk away. I learned that like on a Clubhouse app, actually. So I'm going to say that's what Clubhouse gave me the other day.
Clubhouse is giving the thing.
Listen to this consent intimacy coach. I was like, yes, consent is ongoing. And just because I said yes once does not mean I've said yes the whole way through.
Yes.
Right? But I think we have to have a really honest conversation with all of ourselves as artists who are also doing the business part, right? The business part, the industry, the Hollywood part. If you have said yes to Hollywood, you are getting in the muck of something that is really funky and really dirty.
Yes.
And so and I'm not saying you have to say yes to that. I'm not saying you deserve what you get. I'm not saying any of that shit, but I am saying you have to watch out and be mindful and always ask yourself about your integrity because like you said, Kim, you knew what you were doing when you were applying to these programs. There's a part of you that knows what you're doing, right? That knows the deal with the devil that you're making.
Yeah.
And then wants to go back and go, oh, I didn't know this would happen. Okay.
And also, like, you have to know who you are. Like, I thank God that I did not. I sometimes like, oh God, I wish I would have. I wouldn't have gotten into any of those programs anyway. But I I am so glad that I did not know about them just off of the basis of like, I don't think I would have survived. I was too raw and too Baltimore and too you're racist, fuck y'all soft. Like that's how I was in college, and that personality does not mesh with those larger programs. So if you want to shake the table and blow up the room and call everyone a racist and do your black ass work, then you might not want to go to one of these larger institutions that has a formulaic way of working and they have a pipeline that will somewhat guarantee you success. Because what you don't want to do is be the black sheep of these large programs, because that can really fuck you up. Because if these teachers, like my teachers, they don't know Telsey, they don't know these agents. Like, what are they going to do? Who are they going to tell? You know, oh, Kim's difficult. What are they going to tell the wall? Like, they don't know nobody for real. Because it's a smaller program, and no shade to them, but that's the beauty of a smaller program. You can kind of do what you want. You can also formulate your own education. You can make your path a little smaller. You know, I went to Virginia Commonwealth University, Crystal, for theater performance. And I think I had a fabulous time. I think I have a great foundation. I got an amazing education. I also had a brilliant Black woman professor who's the only person who had tenure, a doctor. Dr. Tanya Pettiford Waite's the only person who had tenure in that program was a Black woman who really went to bat for me and taught me a lot and kind of kept a lot of the other professors and their ways at bay, because I just had a different way of approaching work. I had a different way of being an artist. I also was just very ignorant to the ways in which this business worked. So a smaller program, thankfully, God always got my back. A smaller program was really great for me. So I think that you kind of have to know like who you are, what you're going to thrive in. Because again, you go and you shake the room at Michigan is going to shake the rooms at you. And you got to be, if you want that heat, like if you want to, you want to give heat, you got to be able to take the heat. You don't want to get blacklisted at university. I got blacklisted at my school. You don't want to get blacklisted at Michigan or Carnegie Mellon or North Carolina School for the Arts or Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Like there are stakes there, and you're going there because there are stakes. You're going there to be seen. You're going there to get opportunities. So, if they want diversity and you want an opportunity,
go to therapy so they don't fuck you up. So they don't fuck you up really badly. I'm really stuck because I think that that's the other part of it. Some people are really damaged when they come out of these programs, and there are lots of resources for you that you just don't know about. So also you have to know what questions to ask, right? You have to know what education to. Sometimes I remember getting into grad school. And we had to do our scene, our first year scene or something like that. And my teacher didn't have a scene for me.
How?
She didn't have a scene for me.
Oh, you're just an actor.
I was just teaching. So I'm out here teaching she didn't have a scene for me. Everyone's their long, Now, luckily, at this point, I'm a grown fucking woman, right? So I know what that is. Right. I know what it is to be a Black woman in this business. So I go, all right, I'll just pick my scene. That I read a lot, so I'll pick what I want to do. But you know what I'm saying? But if I'm 21 getting into a program and that happens to me, I'm fucking traumatized. And I think that there's no place for me in this business. Right. And I still had to go to therapy after that. Right. Because she only sees me in a certain way and she doesn't know where to put me. Right. And I'll say that. And then when I graduated, the Black person who did our showcase told me I didn't make sense.
I'm sorry, how?
That was his advice for me. I didn't make sense. Black man.
These Black men. Was he straight?
No.
Okay.
No, he was definitely gay and he was American.
I'm gonna leave that at the door. I'm like,
He was definitely gay and American and respectability politics.
Was his partner white? Or boyfriend?
Oh, I think his partner is white. Yeah,
yes!
I think
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can see the whole. I've got the whole character outline.
Yeah. So,
do
you know what I'm saying? So, this is the shit that you're just, and I'm like an accomplished artist. I do my shit. I wrote my whole play for myself. So
you did that shit.
Yeah. So you have to understand that
I'm about to come back with a play from Mexico.
Look, but because I think a lot, I love it. I want it. I want that play. Captain
You're
Light Spirit
laughing.
is called.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not
you
laughing.
Just said, you said from Mexico, so in my mind it was like about you in Mexico. Like I don't
But
know
it
what it's
might
gonna be
be.
about.
No, it's not about that. But when I come back from Mexico, I'm gonna have a play.
Drew, how okay.
How I'm gonna do all that?
Yes.
Look, through Mexico, all things are possible. Through
Listen.
Drew, all things are possible.
He about to be writing with his
Right.
toes in his sleep. Like
Listen, I got so many things I want to do, and I'm gonna get them all done. I
you
promise
will. You will.
Yep.
I believe it. I really
You know.
do.
So
I don't know
hopefully-
how he finds the time to do anything.
hopefully we answered that long-winded
Yeah.
question. But essentially, it's like there's a lot of work that you are, as someone who's deciding to entering this journey
No,
to
y'all-
being an actor.
That question was a long way.
What?
What Drew, we lost you. What'd you say?
Oh, I just said no. That question wasn't long-winded. Your answers was long-winded.
That's what we said.
That's what we said.
That's what we said. Our
Oh.
long-winded answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just want to be clear.
No, the question could have used some punctuation, but but it was
She
not.
sent it
long.
on her iPhone, or they
I
sent
could
it on
tell
their
that she
iPhone.
texted it because
No,
I was like, "This is a
we
text."
were long-winded. But, that was our only listener letter.
But that's
So
good. Listen, I'm here for
Yeah.
it. But the show has come to a close.
Oh look, I can't.
Somebody said, "No, I'm not on 5G." Mexico
He's
don't
on
have
3G. He's on 3G.
I literally am on 3G.
Ooh.
No, seriously, that's what Mexico has.
Mm-mm.
So I will be getting somebody to sit in for the next couple of weeks.
Well,
I'm
everybody
in
really
Mexico.
liked Jason. If you want to use him again, I will say everybody really liked him.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Look, Drew has his own opinions. It's fine.
that do not reflect Broadway Black.
Yeah, I like Jason too, but we want to switch it up a little bit, give other people
All
an
right.
opportunity to sit in the chair.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I love
This
y'all.
also
Come on,
applies to
close
my
us out,
song.
Kim.
All right, let me get the song.
Oh,
Let me get the
shit.
song.
Okay.
All right, let me
Well,
close
here we
us
go.
out. Okay, all right.
We did our best.
You don't be having stuff queued up.
Look, it's there. I just got a lot of windows open.
You're gonna give an exit?
Right, we didn't give an exit or nothing.
We didn't
child.
give an exit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not
You
even how
said
this
cue
supposed
it
to go.
up.
We just gonna. I guess
close
we're
us out.
gone.
Oh,
I guess-
sorry.
Thank y'all for listening to a brand new episode of Off Book presented to you by Broadway Black. We've hit our mark and we've done it right now. I'm Drew Shade.
I'm in Gaziayon.
I'm Kim Exum. I'm not a tech wizard. I'm sorry.
It's all about timing.
I
It's
need
just all
an
about timing.
outline.
No, you've been here long enough. You know
It
your
doesn't
mark.
matter.
We're all
and
works in
you
progress.
just it's fine. It's totally fine.
Nobody likes it when the family feuds. All right.
I'm doing my best here.
Send
And
us
you
out.
did a
Kim.
great job. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
All
Bravo.
right. All right, y'all. Bye. Shit.
Are you gonna play the music or not? Oh, you gonna start it halfway through.
Yes.
And you gonna pick up where it left off.
Yes.
No other host like me.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Bye,
Okay.
y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.